can't, then whatever. Can you guys hear the music? Chat, welcome to the stream.
We got it. We're doing it. We're ready for the new year.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What's up, Metal Flack, Patricia Bateman, JD Panda. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. All right.
Girls boop doo.
I'm hoping to poop at some point. So this is my inspiration song.
Have you had any dried apricots yet?
No. Does that help?
Oh my god.
Oh really? Fantastic. I'm going to the store then.
Dried apricots are the best. So the problem is I didn't know that until after I ate about 10 dried apricots, and then I was like, uh-oh.
Dates help too. Fantastic. Yeah, okay. That's really super good to know. I just,
And they're delicious.
You know what else helps? Speed. A whole fistful of speed.
No, it doesn't, Carolina.
And a cigarette. No, I'm kidding. I don't do any of those things anymore.
Oh, but you could give me a cigarette. All
right. Here
Some days
are
are harder than other days.
Hello, everybody.
It's Sunday.
Hello.
It is Sunday.
Who's ready for it? How was everybody's New Year?
Well, I think most of the folks were with us, although you had something to do afterwards, but Holden and I just hung out. I think we watched the finale of Great British Baking Show, so really spent the new year like a couple of adults, except for he was trashed. But
He was very drunk.
So what about you guys?
Oh, just sat at home and watched all 4 hours of Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
And
really bad.
Did a lot of commentary on that. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of, I guess I would like to think I gave a lot of constructive criticism that none of them people, the head honchos at ABC will ever hear.
Listen to it.
But I'm going to send in my reel for next year. That's the best, maybe of the three of us.
I wish. But also, Lipstick Homicide said, Alexa's hair looks so pretty because it fucking does. But HP and the Dogs has just held my terrified pup. Oh my God, my parents have a new pit bull and she's the best. But apparently terrified of fireworks. And they learned that on New Year's Eve. Aww. They spent all night trying desperately to get her to calm down because they didn't know that she was as scared of it. Well, now they fucking know.
Yeah, so's our little Georgie too. She was freaking out too. I mean, luckily there weren't that many fireworks, but she was not happy with that. And unfortunately, Cyndi Lauper taking up a lot of airtime. God bless her soul too.
But also Valium from the bed, and I think the Thunder shirt. I think we're gonna get her Thunder shirt. But I gotta say, I'm so excited that Carolini also watched the dumpster fire. That was the end. You know what? This year I've watched all of it, right? I think as weird as it was, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was really not that bad. I think they did something with it. I think it was kind of fun. But the New Year's shows, except for Anderson Cooper. See, after I left y'all, I went and watched the rest of the other ones, and I just kept flipping back and forth trying to watch all of them. The Anderson Cooper, Andy Cohen one was fun, but dude, Cyndi Lauper was so rough to watch.
Poor lady. I really felt bad because she seems like a cool girl to hang out with. But it's, the cold air probably doesn't help either. And then there was just a lot of time where she was just kind of like dancing around, which is all fine and everything. But the show was already really awkward to begin with. Right. And so I was like, well, I revel in awkwardness. I was born in a placenta of awkwardness. I could put me on the show and I could show you how awkward could really be.
Yeah. Which might be more entertaining rather than just cringy.
But also April 5th, Frida was great, definitely. But also, April 5000, again, I think her monitor was off. She must not have been able to hear herself. I think that it must have been, it must, but still.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I love Billy Porter. And Marcus was like, actually, Billy Porter's all right. Totally turned him. Yeah, he was all on board after New Year's Eve. He's like, I'm on board with Billy Porter after that.
Oh, yeah.
He made a new fan. Made a new fan that night.
The shoulders in all of his outfits.
No.
He just brings a level of like, you wouldn't think that would be amazing, but oh my God, he makes everything amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody has 3 chihuahuas in
oh my God,
victory
Metal Flack.
Oh my God. Anybody wants it? Give me all the chihuahuas. All the chihuahuas. Anyway, all right.
Metal Flack, I think that was my greatest moment was, I will say, on New Year's Eve, I did drink from the champagne bottle while I was singing all of Creed's With Arms Wide Open. All of the neighbors heard it. It was my poor roommates had to deal with all 4.5 minutes of me scream singing it.
It was good, Jackie. It was actually really good.
I don't know if that's true.
No, it was. I just remember somebody saying in chat, Lexi, don't listen to Holden. He's throwing you off when we were trying to sing Grease. And I was like, I know. I can't sing next to Holden because he just like picks something and goes for it and commits, which is really, really wise. I do not have that ability to commit. And so therefore, I am ashamed of my New Year's Eve song stylings. It was.
Wait, did you guys sing Summer Lovin'?
We sang You're the One That I Want.
Oh, nice.
So bad.
Thank you. I don't really play video games. I'm working on my little lady. I want to start. I want to start. Like, I've always been desperately wanted someone to go little lady to me, and I think that's why Carolina at y'all's wedding, I lost my mind for all of Marcus's boys in their cowboy. I can't. I have such a fucking my panties fall off.
All of my bridesmaids and my bridesmen's were all on top of that. Marcus's brothers, Marcus's nephew, who just turned 21. I mean, and you, Jackie. Everyone was falling themselves over these Texan men with these big 10-gallon cowboy hats, just walking around, just being like, ma'am. And everyone's like, ah. It was really cute.
That young boy, I'm going to call him a young boy because I at one point had to ask him how old he was because I was just like, I was dancing with him at some point and my arms were around him and I was like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 21, ma'am. I was like, also Lisa Rose, I'm doing Rhinestone Cowgirl. So my goal is I want to rhinestone this entire hat. I haven't been able to start this yet, but I've got other things that I'm working on. I got a lot of bolo ties coming in. I've got a lot of like long frilly like floral skirts and shit like that. I'm switching it up and I'm very nervous about this inspo. I don't know what I'm really going to do with it, but the phrase Rhinestone Cowgirl has been in my fucking brain space and I was like, I'm going to fucking do it. You know what? I'm going to do it.
Do it. Are you going to get the car wash thing? I don't know what you call it. Lexi, Jackie, do you guys know what the fringe? Yes, the fringe. Are you guys going to get the fringe?
Oh, I'm going to get lots of fringe. I've already got lots of fringe.
You need to get one of Pistol Shrimp's masks.
I definitely do. And I got a couple for Christmas, not from Pistol Shrimp, but I told my family Rhinestone Cowgirl. However, I know my sister doesn't watch this. And there's a fine line. I'm sorry that I feel like I'm taking this over with Rhinestone Cowgirl, but I just need to talk to you guys about this.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between Rhinestone Cowgirl and being like from Dallas at 48 on your third marriage at like drinking appletini at the Chili's because my sister bought me this purse.
Oh my God, that just makes me
again. I like the purse, but it's just not. You'll see.
Okay. I really hope there's a gun in there. No, there's no gun in there. Wow.
What is in there?
Well, this is fur.
Is that like, oh, wow. Okay.
That's a lot of rhinestone.
And I mean, you can see the rhinestones. Technically, she's right. technically this is, I guess, Rhinestone Cowgirl.
Oh my God.
However,
oh God.
Yes, Citizen Star. It's Florida. This is Florida
That's
Cowgirl.
Florida Cowgirl.
Yeah,
yes.
I was gonna
Florida
say.
Cowgirl right here. Which I'm trying to do more of this. But then there is a fine line.
Yeah.
There's a fine line. Oh wait, what's that song from Avenue Q? There's a fine line between falling in love and wasting your time. Yeah. That's what this is the fine line.
Yes. That's like somebody got a real nice bag and is gonna go show it off at the Walmart. And yeah, there's mm-hmm.
5,000. But also, yes, Lisa Rose, please. I need to learn how to use Pinterest. That's what I need to start like. I don't know. I'm kind of jumping into this one.
I love Pinterest. I fully Pinterest planned my wedding. So I fully support Pinterest use. And
my God.
Sometimes there's a shopping feature on Pinterest now. So
Oh, no way.
That's very scary.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think I need that in my life.
You do have a bit of a goth cowgirl thing going on too.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. So I'm gonna incorporate goth into it. I want it to be glitter cowgirl. I've been looking into dropping some money on some chaps, and I think that we'll see how this year goes.
Lipstick Homicide says cow thick. So
I'm cow thick.
I like it.
I think the key is to do black leather. Don't do brown leather. You know? So that's
like okay. I've got black cowboy boots. I think I'm gonna stick to that.
Yeah.
Like I bought a bunch of like glitter tights to wear with short skirts and cowboy boots.
Yes.
So it's like, red leather lipstick homicide. I got a bunch of bolo ties on their way. So we'll see. So if you guys think of anything in chat, or you guys of like, you know what you need in your life? Like I just bought a bunch of like big like lace headbands to start. Who knows?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, like Lil Ash says, bring in the fridge. That's the number one thing, because that is the mesmerizing thing that I would play with my clothes all day. I would. So
I think I need
go
that.
for that. Yeah. I would love that.
Please,
Garter.
Lisa Rose, please mood board me. I need help.
Yes.
Please, please, please.
I love the idea of a garter and a tiny little toy gun.
Yes. Yes, I'm down for that. It's not even for me, and I'm so down for this. Okay, do that.
See, and also snark farts, you're right. See, even with this, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to have a bolo tie in my tits
so
at all
perfect.
times.
Bolo tie is so perfect for your cleavage.
With the bigs, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to just be talking about this, but I have a lot to figure out.
I love it.
I understand. Nope. I think
I don't really
great.
play video games wearing suspenders and your cowboy boots lately. Ooh, that sounds fucking sick. It's 2021, y'all. It's time to it's the beginning of now, you know, what the memes say. They're saying that we're going to head into a roaring 20s. Let's fucking start it. Starting it at home. Not by going out, not by doing things. I'm starting it at home. I'll start rhinestoning things that I can get. I'm starting to now. I feel like I'm preparing an arsenal of fashion to release when the world opens back up.
Yes.
Good idea. Actually, I was thinking about that too. Doing a lot of comparison shopping online.
Hairspray glitter.
That's the plan. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, fringe shimming. Okay, Dottie.
All right, and also hairspray. The hairspray glitter, Lil Ash. I'm writing these things down so that I can remember.
Jackie, I have so much stuff I should just bring to you because I have a lot of lace headbands and spray glitter. I didn't realize I had it, but I've been going through all my stuff and I'm just like, oh wow, this is So now there you go. You can use it.
Hey.
So Carolina, question for you. If you were to do a new look every year, what would you gravitate towards for this year?
You know what? The more Jackie's talking about it, I'm kind of thinking about doing something like that because I've been going with the tight black leggings and t-shirt for about good 4 years. And just been going strong with that. And then when I go out, I wear a dress, but now I don't go out anymore. So now I got to figure out something else. So I need something comfortable where I'm sitting down. Right. Because I'm going to mostly be sitting down, but I also have to look fabulous. And so I've been watching a lot of Queen's Gambit, and I like a lot of these 60s, 70s, especially early 70s clothes. Mm-hmm. They look really comfortable, and they like make you look even taller.
Ooh,
and more slender.
High-waisted pants with little like t-shirts with like longer with like wide leg jeans and shit like that.
Yeah, shit like that. I was thinking I was going to go that way. I think 70s should be the way to go, because all I wear is t-shirts and leggings, and that's it, like every day for like a year at this point. And I just don't want to do that anymore. So now it's going to be 70s. I'm bringing the 70s back. I'm going to do some shopping. I got to wait till the check clears, and then I'm going to do it. Probably by the time you guys see me next time, or the next time after that. I hope to get I'm going to bring back the 70s, early 70s. Not late 70s.
Why not? If there is a year, just start again.
Yeah.
Something a little bit different, just to change.
Yeah, exactly. And Lisa Rose, thank you. I look incredible in 90s silk slip dresses over t-shirts. I actually did the 90s
with big boots on.
I did the 90s for quite a while when I turned like I think I was like when I turned 30, like not that recently, but when I turned 30, I started wearing all the 90s clothes I felt like I couldn't pull off in the 90s when I was like 12, 13, 14, whatever. Right. And so I did that. And thank you. I did that for a while. And now it's time to move on to the 70s. It's time to go further back in time. That's what I'm thinking. What about you, Lexi? What are you going to do?
Totally do 70s. Your body type is like so perfect for 70s. When I dressed up like Gloria Steinem for Halloween, I was like, ooh, I really want to do 70s. I want to like really lean into that. So I got a bunch of jeans that I can't wear right now because it's so cold outside. I'm just wearing Uggs. And so like when you have like big bell bottom jeans, you can't like really fold up the bell of the jean into the Ugg.
Oh,
So yeah. I'm just like, I'll wait until we move to release the jeans. But that's really what I wanted to go for. But honestly, like in terms,
oh my God, Lex, do you know how many people I see in bell bottoms with roller skates on in my neighborhood? Just
yes,
I'm just so excited. I mean, it really is. It's kind of crazy. I feel like in the ways that like there's sometimes when LA really is just the fucking stereotype. Whenever I see someone with bell bottoms and roller skates, and I'm like, ooh, look at that chic young woman. And like they always are. They're always beautiful.
But I'm also gonna dye my hair purple and pink, so I don't know. Maybe unicorn fashion. I don't know.
Oh, cool! I like that.
Thanks. Yeah,
you should do that.
On the 20th. That's my appointment to get purple and pink hair.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Those are perfect colors. Don't do blue. I did blue. It's barely still growing out now. But purple and pink are the best colors to use because they can fade away when you're tired of them, or you just keep doing it until you get tired of it. It's perfect. Oh,
so I just
good idea.
A little something pastel princess, a little something in my life. So a little
pastel princess, and also someone said earlier unicorn fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Oh my gosh, the kids that you're working with, they're gonna look at you like a princess.
Right.
Very, very cute.
I told them too, and they're like, "Ooh."
That's a great idea.
So I love that. Like Jackie's going into like an alternate reality, an alternate universe. Carolina is going back in time. I am unaging myself. I'm going like
That's
back
great.
into the uterus. Mm-hmm. I'm becoming a 5-year-old.
I think it's great. I love it. I love everything.
I need to go get something to grab this to open it because my hands have lotion on them.
No, those little grabby things that Holden and I have, they're perfect. They open everything. So I'm like, I can't do this, Holden. And he's like, did you try the grabby thing before you asked me to open it for you?
Nutcracker. You could always use a nutcracker. That works too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Trust me. I opened a lot of bottles of liquor in my day. Yes. Also, a quick thing. We could please continue talking about what kind of look, especially in the chat, that maybe you want to try. this year, even if you're coming up with it right now, like I am a little bit in a way. Although I did think about this last night a little bit after watching The Queen's Gambit. But also, if anyone has any questions about Frasier, I got this Frasier shirt. Anyone has any questions about Frasier, I would love to answer them for you. I have nothing to do with the show. I just watched all of it. That's it. All right.
I love the fact that you watched all of Frasier.
11 seasons in a month. I did. That's it. I everyone needs a hobby, and I finished my hobby, and now I got to move on to the next thing. Or if anyone is, or if you, Lexi, if you have any recommendations of the next thing to get into, I need to find something to get into.
Well, Holden and I recently started watching Bridgerton.
Ooh, I've heard of that one. Is that the scandalous fun one?
It's like I would say like 1820s with the fashion and stuff, and English. It's all about having to get married and sort of, yeah, and there's like scandal and all of this.
Are you talking about Bridgerton?
Yes.
Have you been watching it too?
1820s, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta see
Did you
that.
see I tagged you in, Lexi? I knew you were watching Bridgerton. I tagged you in something on Instagram that was just like how you change in life after you're watching Bridgerton. Of just like, kind sir. It's all but it's also filled with fuck.
It is.
That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
That's exactly what I wanted.
And there's some very attractive people in this.
All right.
Show. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's something for everybody.
I'm excited. I need to get into a new thing. I need to put the 90s in the past and the Frasier 90s in the past. Except for if anyone has any questions, I will gladly answer your questions. As I said before, it's only because I've seen every episode once exactly. But I may know a thing or two.
I think you do.
I'm going to pull up a quiz for Carolina.
Have you done Cheers? I did the same thing after I did a summer of Cheers, where in 2 months I watched all of Cheers, and I was just like, I know everything about Cheers.
Yeah.
Because I would sit and like look up stuff about Cheers, because why not?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same idea. Like I feel like as the hours and days go by, all of my knowledge is going to slowly drip away to something else. So this is the smartest I'll ever be at this moment.
I think it's great. But also, I'm sorry, Return of the Living Shelley, I'm going full Peaky Blinders looks for 2021. We started Peaky Blinders 2 days ago. We have watched so much Peaky Blinders, and wow, it's another one of those shows where everyone looks fucking hot. And that's not even usually like my kind of deal, but they're fucking 3-piece suits. Ooh.
It's English, right?
Yes.
And what time period?
I'm very bad at these things. Oh, right after World War One. Right after World War One.
Oh, okay. That's like one of my favorite time periods.
Okay,
oh my God, it's so good.
Yes.
And I feel like it's one of I'm years behind. Everyone has been telling me to watch Peaky Blinders. And you know, once you're like finally in, then you're like, now I understand why everyone was like, watch Peaky Blinders.
Good.
I get it.
Good.
Okay.
Murphy? If Cillian Murphy is in it, I'm like,
Cillian Murphy is the lead in it,
No
and
way.
he is perfect.
God, he's beautiful.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna watch that.
And Queen's Gambit. I only call her Queen's Gambit now. Will come in at some point.
Oh,
yeah.
Alien face.
Anna Joy Taylor.
Yes.
Anna Joy Taylor. Yes. Got it.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm very excited for this. Okay, this is the next thing ever. And then
Cillian Murphy is so sad and so sexy. You know what, Carolina? I don't mean to say this because I'm not trying to hit on your husband, but I will say Marcus looks a lot like Cillian Murphy.
He does?
Yeah,
okay, I gotta watch this because He does? Okay, I haven't seen Cillian Murphy in like 10 years. So I'm excited to see this, and I'm excited to look at him and look at him.
Of Peaky Blinders, because wow.
And he is an Irishman. That's right, Metal Flack. That's all I remember. Cillian Murphy was in like one of the Batman movies when he played the Scarecrow, and he has like those intense, deep eyes. And there's like just crystal, they could just come out and go, you know.
Oh my gosh, we're thirsty tonight. I am thirsty tonight. I didn't mean to be.
Yeah, well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, it's because alone I'm watching Bridgerton, and with Jeff we're watching Peaky Blinders. So like I'm being turned on in very different ways, because I keep calling it, I know that I need a better word for it, but I keep calling Peaky Blinders boy porn because it really is. It's just such like, it's very masculine, and but it's like hyper violent, but also hyper like loyalty and that kind of shit, where I love that stuff.
Love it. So Cillian Murphy does a story on the Calm app that does like, you know, the bedtime stories. And one of the girls that I take care of, it came on. She was like, I'm going to listen to this to go to bed. And it was like, I'm Cillian Murphy. And I was like, I'm going to listen to this with you. And we're going to just listen about this train ride across Ireland. And I'm totally into this. She listened to it every night for like a month. And I was just like, oh, you're listening to all right, I'll just sit in here until you go to sleep.
That's amazing.
Like, I love your voice. I love your voice. I love an Irish accent. Oh my God.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh. But do you really fall asleep, or do you just stay up all night listening to
I guess
voice?
It depends if you're a 9-year-old girl or if you're a 38-year-old girl.
All right. I'm sold. I'm going to watch Cillian Murphy and Peaky Blinders and all that business, and Tom Hardy, who's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
So
my God, Keeks Aplenty, sames. Keeks Aplenty says, to be honest, Forged in Fire kind of turns me on. Have I made you guys watch Forged in Fire yet?
No.
Yes.
What's
that?
I
watched a couple episodes. It is about blacksmithing, right? I mean,
you and Marcus would love it. It's on the History Channel too, so like they have to make these weapons, but they also get into like why the weapons were created the way they were, but it's also a blacksmithing competition show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'll give it a shot. I will. I'll see. This is History Channel stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything is better than what I remember one time Holden recommended a TV show for me, and I was just so angry after watching one episode.
Ooh, which one?
What was it?
It was the one where the Love is Blind show. And I remember being like, you've wasted an hour of my life. And I love trash. I love trash. But this, he deserves a bill from me. So I'm gonna go with this recommendation though. I will. I promise you. I'm gonna go with it. I feel like I've been watching so much TV, but now that I'm talking to you guys, I obviously have not caught up enough. I need to get more into
There's just so much.
There's so many shows. There's too many things. I finally finished The Queen's Gambit, and I'm telling everyone, like, oh, look, I finally finished it. And everyone's like, man, that was so last month. What are you doing now?
I'm glad that you did it. See, my problem is that Jeff was sharpening all our knives, and because in the show, like, Doug Mercado, he does all the stuff with the weapons, and then he goes, your knife, it will cut. And he says it the same way, like, it will kill. And he does that, so now I make Jeff do it every time he sharpens the knives, and I won't let him not do it when he sharpens the knives.
So we haven't even gotten to any of our incentives. Our incentives are just the usual incentives. $10. Ask us anything. We will all answer the question. And we do have our very first question from That's My Name B. Another art stream coming soon to a Twitch channel near you. And from That's My Name B, she says, hey gals, new year, new nothing. I ain't changing for shit. LOL.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I don't believe in resolutions either. Except for outfit ones.
Lexi, how was the period wine?
What?
My question, it was just the wine that she sent us. Amazing.
Okay.
My question is, if you have a bad day and you can't shake it, is it better to warn people and let the bitch fly, or try not to explode and practice self-control? Very good question.
Ooh, that's it really depends on the situation, where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, right? Wouldn't it be cool to like break down the fourth wall, kind of look into the camera and be like, this is where I am right now? And then go on with your day, kind of like just tell everyone, like, this is where I'm sitting right now. This is what's happening. Sometimes that could work. It could bring a lot of understanding in people, and other times they might be like, wow, you're really bringing me down. So it really depends, right? Is it a case by case? So like, what do you guys do? Actually, I want to ask you guys.
I mean, Lisa Rose, honestly, I do agree. I found that saying it out loud does help diffuse it a bit. I do both. I do a hybrid. I make people aware of what's going on in my brain space right now, but I want you to know that I am aware of it. I am dealing with it. That so if I am a little bit more sensitive, I do apologize, but I am trying to control myself. But sometimes admitting it for me makes it more aware, because something I've learned with Jeff, where it's like putting it into words, well, what's happening? Where's it coming from? And like sometimes I just wake up in a bad brain and I say I'm having a bad brain day and I try to work on it. But if someone pissed me off, I need to talk about it. I need to be able to identify what it is that has put me in the place so that I can acknowledge it, accept it, and move past it. And that is something I try to bring into my everyday, because I get, as someone with anger issues, get too angry about really dumb things. And sometimes I have to say aloud, like, you know what's making me upset? It's the fact that my shirt won't stay in the right place. And I've been thinking that, or like, I had a bra, like an underwire pop out in my bra, and I was like out all day. And it was the kind of thing that I had to tell. I'm like, just so you know, like I'm in a weird, uncomfortable pain, and it's putting me in a weird, bad mood. So I can't change it until I get home. So that's just how it's going to be.
That's a good idea, especially in a sense of like, if you're with someone else and the other person is like, wow, is Jackie mad at me? Why is she looking at me weird and all that stuff? And that way you could say, hey, listen, it's not you. It's this, fucking bra that's bothering me, or something. And I think that makes things so much better than everyone assuming and then no one talking to each other. And then it just turns out worse in the long run.
Persephone for the sub.
So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a good idea to just say exactly what's going on, but in a good venting way sometimes, instead of in a let me bring you down to my level way, and more like in a I'm aware of this. I'm aware that I'm in a bad mood. I'm just going to explain it to you as simply as I can, I guess. I think that's the best way for me. What about you, Lexi?
Sometimes by saying it, by acknowledging it, because normally I just have a tendency to suppress, and then once I like kind of explode a little bit, not necessarily on or outwardly, I'm just like, or like on someone or like that, but I'll just feel a little bit better when I acknowledge, oh yeah, I'm aggravated because of, usually it's like my back's hurting, because that's like one of those like nagging pains that's just kind of like a little, like a stick, and it's just like you can only take so much of that, and if you just voice it and you're like, sorry, I'm just in a really bad mood because of this little thing, sometimes it goes away a little bit. Your mood does anyway once you acknowledge it, but it also depends on who you are talking to and dealing with. I'm trying not to tell Holden, because he is the person that I'm around all the time, I'm trying not to tell him when I have little things that are bothering me, because he points out that I complain, so I don't want to be a complainer. I don't want, and I just, that's just not who I want to be perceived as, and or somebody that isn't grateful for things, or somebody that just complains about every little thing. And so I have been practicing. I mean, like 10 years ago, I would tell you exactly everything that was going on in my day, and I will just like let it all out, and I'm so sorry if it fucked up your day. But today it's like, no, I'm just gonna keep it to myself, and I am going to ignore it because I don't want to let you know that I'm feeling upset or something. It's probably not necessarily healthy, but
no, I get it.
I'm trying to sometimes like fake it till you make it. Like if you just pretend that you're feeling better, or then you actually are, maybe you will actually start to feel a little bit better.
I agree. Like sometimes it always depends, right? But like sometimes, like let's say you go and pick up some coffee and then someone cuts in line, and you want, like, there's been so many times where it's something like that has happened that's really annoyed me, or someone cutting in, or somebody being rude about something, and I'm like, I'm writing the text out about what's happening, and then I look at it and I just delete it because I'm like, why am I sending this to someone?
Right.
It's my own grief. And who cares? I'm going to be over it in like a minute. But if it's something that's going to just bother you for a while, that you should pick up on. But sometimes you just feel like complaining. I can't help it sometimes.
Yeah.
No one can help it sometimes.
Yeah, no one can help it. You got to get it out. Especially when we're seeing the same people every day, where it's like, it really does. Holden and I, every Tuesday before we do Talking TV, we sit and we just bitch about whatever. It's like, because our partner, it's like you get to a point where you can only talk to your partner so much, where it's like, yeah, but this pissed me off, and it doesn't matter, but sometimes you just got to get it off your fucking chest, and it's like, no, it has nothing to do with you, you're not doing it, I'm just upset. I'm upset, and sometimes you just got to bitch to a friend, and there's a difference between where it's like, I love talking to you guys so much because I don't really have a whole lot of female friends necessarily to talk to. Not that, all men and women are created equal, but you all see the boys I hang out with.
Yeah.
Yes, so we hang out with them all day. Yeah, if anything, we can relate to you the most.
Sometimes I'm just like, I need someone that understands that I'm having an emotion.
My feelings are valid. You have no idea how many times I've screamed that.
My feelings are valid. Oh
my feelings are valid.
My feelings are valid. Doesn't matter what cycle day that means. My feelings are valid. Sorry, I'm gonna get that tattooed across my chest. Thank you.
I think that I just can't continue to complain to Holden anymore because he hates it. He hates it when I complain. He hates it when I say, "Oh, my back hurts." You know what I mean? Like he cannot handle it anymore, and so I think I need to just start complaining to other people. So I'll do Glos.
You can start texting it out. You can just text me. You just so you know, my back hurts right now. I'm like, fucking yeah, I hear you.
And I'll be like, yes, it hurts over here too. I'm with you on this.
And this is also this is our beautiful community. I mean, I talked to you guys about my thoughts about my fashion for 15 minutes. It's things that we should be talking to each other about.
That is true. It is very important. Like this whole Frasier thing I went through, this weird phase that I'm closing the book on. There's no one else to share it with who would actually listen. So if it weren't for you guys, I would have no outlet. So
you can always talk to us about Frasier.
Yeah.
I have so many phases that I go through on a month-to-month basis, sometimes on a weekly basis. Sometimes you just go down a rabbit hole and that's all you do for 3 days. Or you're like, I'm going to play guitar for a month and a half and realize I'm always just going to know half of a song. And that's okay. Yes. And I'm going to pick it up again later.
Yes.
Dottie Champagne, thanks for the host.
My favorite thing about my boyfriend is when I complain, he just agrees instead of trying to offer advice. I just want to vent. It's also important, at least something I found in my relationship, is I go into it either saying that, I need your advice on this. And if I don't say I need your advice on this, Jeff is aware that I am not asking for his advice. That I put into categories where I'm like, I need advice about this, or can I just vent to you for a couple of minutes? And so he's it does give him the trigger of okay, don't try to fix this.
Yes.
And it is a part of communicating because it's so easy to be like, oh, but that's my partner that's not listening to what I need. It's but you also got to ask for what you need. Sometimes they are trying to help, so they want to be, so maybe it's even with Holden where he doesn't want to hear you complain, it's because he can't do anything about it. Exactly. And if there's a way to talk about it in a way of would you mind rubbing my back just for 10 minutes because I don't feel good?
Do that and put on the TV so you can stare at the TV while he's doing it.
And do other things. It's but I'm very bad at this. And it took him to help me do this because I would always be upset that someone wasn't giving me what I need. But now I'm learning how to do it in other situations when it comes to working, and all that kind of shit of I need to say what I need. And from a communication
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
That's really
because
smart and really healthy.
there's nothing more annoying than being the person of like, if someone tries like a fixer, like I forgot who, That's My Name B says my husband's such a fixer. A lot of them are tend to be fixers. A lot of men tend to be fixers in that kind of sense. The best, because there's nothing more annoying than getting a bunch of suggestions and having to shoot that down because you're like, I don't want to be that person. So instead, just be like, I know what I want. Let me tell you right now. I'm going to tell you twice just in case you forget. And yes, that kind of like a small fix. So that way Holden's like, oh, I did something. Even if it's something so small, it's like, hey, can you run to the store and pick up some ice or whatever? You know what I mean? Or get some cream or whatever you need.
It's changed my life. It's crazy it's like how many years I spent in other relationships when I'd be upset because like he wouldn't do the laundry. And so then I'd like, ugh, and I'd do the laundry really angrily and that kind of stuff. Where it's like, no, be like, hey, I'm really busy today. You mind doing it? And then it's done. Like, I am battling my mother inside of me of being a passive. It's like in my house, my mom would be upset. My mom was never a yeller, but we would be given the silent treatment for days. Oh. And then I started doing that as an adult. And I was like, I will never do that again. I can't give the silent treatment. The silent treatment fixes nothing. And all it does is make you be mad.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you going to make Holden do, Lexi? Or do you want us to help you write a list?
Yeah, write a list.
He's so good. He's so good at like, I took out the trash today. Obviously he's not here. He's in LA. And I took out the trash and I was just like, man, I don't know the last time I took out the trash because he always does it because it's sometimes like, especially the recycling, really heavy. It's like too heavy for me to pick up and safely. And I was just like, I texted him and I was just like, thank you for always taking out the trash. Thank you.
Hey.
Because I just did it and it sucked. And so it's just, he's the best. Like he always does the dishes. Well, we recently found out why he always does the dishes. But I was just like, wow. And I'll like do like the deep cleaning, like the dusting and the stuff that gets done like once a month. But he does like a lot of the everyday stuff. So he's super good about that. And I am very grateful. So he gets horny. It doesn't count. Thanks, Uranium.
But this does also cross over again into friendships and things like that because it's asking for what you need and also remembering to say thank you for being there for each other and doing these little things that are thankless. And every time we think there's something that we do that's thankless, every single person you know does something that they feel is a thankless job. Mm-hmm. So it's trying to recognize that kind of shit. I'm trying to be more positive this year. I'm trying to go into everything with just a little bit more understanding. I was having this conversation with my mother today because she got into a fight with someone over Etsy because this woman was being very aggro for no reason. And it was this whole, and I was just like, Mom, you got to remember, everything is weird right now. Everybody's going through something right now. And you have to be understanding to a point and then take care of yourself. But like, you know.
Yeah, everyone is going through something. Yeah. This is the weirdest that we're all going through something time in our lives.
Obviously I am. I'm trying to become a cowgirl and I live in Los Angeles. So obviously I'm going through something.
I'm escaping through watching Frasier. I can't tell you enough how much of an escape I need to actually pretend I'm in a sitcom. So yes.
I mean, it's why you have the best shirt of all time.
Oh yeah. Marcus gave it to me for Christmas because it's tossed salad and
scrambled eggs. He's gonna really play video games.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
God. Okay, so we have another donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It goes towards the cowgirl fund.
This is from April 5000. What's the most recent thing that has happened that made you realize that you were so happy that you were so happy that you are where you are? In parentheses, I had a very happy holiday and I'm very aware that I'm in a good place. That's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I love that. What's the most recent thing that has happened that made you realize that you were so happy that you are where you are?
All right.
Like emotionally?
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be that, right?
I
mean,
guess
it could be
emotionally or physically or any of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Location wise, I'm in Brooklyn and I'm happy about it. But yes, I love it here.
April says it could be anything. It could be anything.
Okay. It could be anything. Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, it happens a lot when I wake up in the morning, though. I don't know. There's a recent event. I mean, well, 2 days ago, one of the most amazing things was when I did the laundry. And I know this feels small, but it's actually huge, especially if you know what it's like to live in New York City. I did the laundry because we have a washer and dryer in our apartment.
What?
For the first time in our lives. We have one now. And so, like in this tiny little room, of course, but it's ours. And even though the washer and dryer are very small, that you have to do like 3 loads or whatever to do a regular, it doesn't matter. I remember like putting all the clothes away and looking at Marcus and being like, we can never live without one now. And I'm so spoiled now. I love, this is amazing. This is the most amazing thing. I mean, I spent 15 years of my life taking these huge laundry bags and just like on the street, pretty much dragging it, 3 blocks to a place where you do it or you drop it off and you hope no one steals anything. And sometimes you get someone else's socks. And it's always weird. But this time I could just do it from our own home. And that made me realize like, wow, I'm very lucky. This is amazing. I can't believe that the quality of life. Like you don't even need a fancy car or anything. Just the quality of life where you don't have to do an extra chore. Just for some reason, it's amazing. Oh shit! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love this.
That's amazing. I love that so much.
I can't believe this is the most like recent thing. Was like 2 days ago that I felt like very happy. I was like, wow, I have my own office for the first time. I actually use it. I actually need to use it almost every day of the week.
Yeah.
Very lucky. I'm very lucky that I can do that now. I can't believe that I'm feet away from my bed. So that means I can go to bed, I can get up, I can work, and there's no fucking commute.
Yeah.
So I'm very lucky about that. What about you guys?
I think that, I'd say a couple weeks ago, and I feel lucky at night when I kind of reflect on everything that has been going on. Sometimes I reflect way too long and then I can't sleep for hours. That was last night. But I will just kind of lay there and be like, wow, I also pray a lot. And so I'm, just kind of counting my blessings. And especially when this is the time to count your blessings, because there are so many people out there that are struggling so badly, and it breaks my heart. And I wish that I could fix everybody's situation if you're going through a hard time or if your circumstances suck. But I feel so lucky and excited that I'm able to work, and I have a wonderful husband, and we are moving out to LA, and we have friends out there, I'm so thankful for my friends. My family is beyond fucked up, but they all love me and I love all of them. And I am so thankful. I always say I'm so thankful for the amount of love in my life. Chat is, this community, the amount of love that I felt on New Year's Eve was overwhelming. Everybody is I'm just so thankful for the amount of love in my life, period. End of story. Aww. I don't care how fucked up my mom is. She loves me and I love her back, and I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
So
yeah, and you're going on a new adventure. I was telling you last night, this is exciting. And I even told Lexi, Jackie, I was like, if it sucks, it sucks. You're going on an adventure. You can always come back here if you really need to, but
you always can. New York's not going anywhere.
That's true.
Exactly. You're gonna have
it's
so
the same
much
thing
fun.
I told myself when I moved out here. It's like, well, the worst that happens is I fucking hate it, and then you choose again.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be right here for you whenever you want to come anyways.
Yeah.
You know that. You know that. We have a washer and dryer. You can sleep in the room.
See, oh my God, my dream is to like have an apartment that has a washer and dryer and a dishwasher. And so like if that happens, I'm just gonna like, I don't know, give my Oscar speech right then and there because
Don't worry, I'm the one that's taking him to go see all of the places, so I will make sure that he finds a good one. Oh, I'm already on it, baby girl.
Yeah, so
I already started looking through your
trifecta.
spreadsheet, and I was like, you don't want to live here, you don't want to live here.
Oh, really?
And I started looking them up.
Good, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
That's really helpful. And in case chat is wondering, in case Caroline, if you're wondering, the reason I did not choose to go with Holden for this trip, we changed the flight and stuff, is because the cases out there are really bad, and I am a little immune suppressed asthmatic. So I mean, it is what it is, but going around looking at different apartments is a little bit different than just hopping on a one-way flight and landing in an Airbnb until we move into our place. That's very, so I'm trying to be healthy. And
you're taking care of yourself.
I can pack from here. I take that back. I can organize.
Yeah, organize
from
things. And I'll make sure that you get a good place. I'm not gonna let him just be like, I can put my eggs in here. I just imagine him coming in every room, be like, I can come here.
Yeah, that's probably what he is going to do. That's going
I imagine
to be
that's what he's
part
gonna
of
do.
the apartment testing.
But again, think of how much easier that kind of thing is here because we do have cars and we can just bop from place to place. And he's like, I feel like I'm putting you out. It was like, all of these places are a 5-minute drive from my house. I don't give a fuck.
In fact, on the spreadsheet, I listed how far away it is from your house.
It's on the spreadsheet.
Like she's good like that. Like, always planning that.
It's on the spreadsheet.
Oh, what about you, Jackie? You got to answer the question. What's the most recent thing or whatever thing that made you feel grateful for where you are, mentally, emotionally, or physically?
I have been having some weird things with my family lately, and I've just been thinking a lot about teen me, and I think that part of like the rhinestone cowgirl thing is something that, again, like you guys have watched me blossom into like living, like dressing like a goth girl, and like I've definitely changed in the past few years of how I view my fashion and that kind of thing, and I'm very happy that when I look back at the pictures of what I used to be and how much I hated my body and I hated myself, and that I am very happy that I'm in a place that I can be like, you know what? Yeah, my tits are hanging out. Yeah, I want to wear this fucking cowboy hat, and that's what I want to do, and it makes me feel good. And if someone's gonna fucking say about how ugly I am online or how fat I am online, that like I got like a really mean message not too long ago, like that was just like really brutally mean for no reason, and I read it and I was like, and it didn't even make me cry. I was like, that's really sad that like you feel the need to do that. And it was like, it was that though. It like, I don't mean to say it already, be like, no, you're so pretty, but you know what I mean? Like, it was the kind of thing that I was like, I can't believe I didn't cry when I read it. And that I can think that like, that's upsetting for you. And that's some place that I have grown into. That's like, oh, we have to own ourselves. This is it. For me, in my belief, this is what I got of me being me in this body. In this time period, also watching the movie fucking Soul, dude, of thinking about just like, what is my purpose? Why am I here?
Yes.
Huge.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely. That's great.
And to go from a place of like many times of wanting to kill myself to being in a place where I can read someone say that and then still put on my fucking cowgirl hat and be like, fuck them. I'm happy that it's not every day. It's not every second of every day. But when we get those wins, we got to take them. When you read something like that and it doesn't make you cry, you're like, fuck yeah, it didn't make me cry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I love it when it doesn't hurt. That doesn't mean it'll never not hurt, but I love it when it doesn't hurt. I'm like,
right?
That's not even true.
Thank you,
I don't
Becky
know where you
and
came
Art.
up with that.
Everyone here is beautiful. Feel that fact in your bones. You're worthy of love and respect at any size. Your worth comes with your existence. We might as well love ourselves as hard as we can. Let's be our own best friends. Thank you for saying that. This is it. This is what we're doing. And especially after this fucking last year, y'all, we gotta smile. We gotta figure out ways to smile.
Yeah.
This is
that is very true.
It's like things that we need to do to exist and things we need to do to smile. And once you can do the things that you do need to do to exist, you must start smiling.
I agree. I already spent 9 months contemplating like the whole just by I don't know, some sort of existential dread. I was going with like, why am I here? What happens later? I'm just meat and no matter, and that's all. I spent 9 months thinking about that almost every night. Now I'm done. And now I've done my time. I've done my time, and now it's time to move on to the next thing.
Mental prison. Yeah.
Yes, because I was just at home 24/7, which I still am, but now we have to evolve. You know, I mean, because you can't just stay on the same subject. I can't. I have ADD. It's impossible for me to do that. So now I have to move on to the next thing, whatever that thing is. We'll figure it out. Well, I don't know, but I'm just glad it's something different. Okay, that's all it needs to be. After watching 200 hours of Frasier, I can't stop bringing that up.
So thank you so much for the love and the bits and all of the positivity and the sweet comments. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find where like the notification is for whoever just like sent some bits and sent some love, but I read it and I thank you. I just cannot repeat it. But let's see here. I was going to ask Carolina a question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ask me anything.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I just accidentally closed. Here we go. Technical difficulties.
Thank you, HellDog13. Frasier is so good. And I just real quick, MOO53 Fate. I don't know how to spell that. Another season of No Dogs. Yes, we're almost done with season 1, and then season 2 will come not too far after that. So we'll take a little bit of a break. We got to read some books first. So thank you.
The Zoom window went out on...
Ooh, but you actually pulled a Holden. You guys can still hear us though, right? We'll be back. We're still here.
Okay. This is
you can't see us?
No, they can't see us right now.
Oh, yeah.
But it just happens because...
Yeah, but it's kind of... But you can hear us. We're talking. We'll be back in a sec. Lex is making...
It's totally fine.
We still have so much positive self-talk.
Oh,
We turn into a fucking podcast. It's not like we don't do that all the time anyway. I'll talk forever.
Fantastic.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, all we do is talk. Thank you. I don't really play video games.
At some point. I'd love to have Molly on here.
She's a man, baby. Thank you, Carla the Goblin, and thank you for other people who have donated for questions. I will get to those momentarily.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Really, everyone's been super cool about. I mean, this is the best thing. I don't usually use the word safe space because it feels weird to say that, but it does feel in that sense of like I feel so comfortable here, and I like that. I like the fact that everyone can also feel comfortable as well. I mean, it's like
and also congrats, Metal Flak. Metal Flak is going to start their first episode this Wednesday. Please let us know, and I'd love to push it unless you're not ready for that yet, but
if you're
let
gonna
us
do
know
soft
whenever
open
you want us to encourage it, and we will.
Yeah. Let us know when you want us to bring it up. I know some people like to do little soft opens just to make sure everything's going okay and everything.
100%.
But let us know.
I totally get that. But whenever you're ready, let us know because I would love to. Ooh, it's a show about publicists and press people. That's a great idea.
I like that.
What time on Wednesday, Metal Flak?
Yeah. What is it called? I want to know.
We already love it.
That is so true.
We do already love it. It makes us kid. More fun things. More things for us. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, great.
All right, cool. I'm excited. I'm going to follow that as soon as I can. As soon as I know how to. But, and thank you about No Dogs. I love No Dogs in Space. Not a fan of punk music, but I learned to respect the art. That's the whole point. You don't have to love punk music. No, there's no prerequisite. It's just an intro class. It's just have fun, hang out, enjoy, do laugh at the idiocy that is Iggy Pop. Also, the brilliance that is Iggy Pop. So we're all many layers. We're all layers.
That's why you go there for the punk. Come to pop history if you want to learn about, some pop bullshit. Because together we run the gambits of things that are used to be cool. Yes,
it's we're history class. We're history
class of fun things.
Okay, so this Zoom window for some reason is not coming on, and this is lots of fun. So,
that's totally fine.
So the best thing that I can think of to do is to stop and restart. So will you guys hang out with us for like 5 seconds? It'll take all of 5 seconds to start and restart because I can't put the Zoom capture back into OBS if OBS is already open. So it's a really weird thing. So this will take 5 seconds. Is that okay, ladies?
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
yeah. Everyone's
do it.
saying, yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.